So the topics belongs to fraction. And what is fraction? Fraction means a part of a whole. If we have any whole thing, we can part or distribute in equal parts. So must be equal parts. So that called a fraction. And fraction can be written in the form of something, some number divided by some number. So that comes like a numerator divided by the denominator. An example I give you, we have just like this is a pizza, and we can divide because we have a whole. This is a one pizza, and we need to share with 4 people. So we need to cut into a half. So how many equal parts it does have? They have 2 equal parts. This is a half part and this is also a half part. But we need a 4 people to cut. So then we need to cut again into half of these ones. So now we have 4 equal parts. So this is a half. So and that becomes 1/4 of 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Why I write it on 1/4? Because now before we have only a one whole pizza, I cut it into 4 pieces. I cut it into 4 pieces. So how many total pieces are there? So I raise these ones. So now you can see how many total outcomes. Total outcome 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 outcomes total. If you need to find the share of this part, how many share this one? Only one, which is I lined it. So if we need to find a probability of one person for that shaded area, so we can say that this is one part out of 4. Or I can say that if somebody eat one part, so what is the remaining part left? If I write on eating, one person eat one part out of this is gone. So what's the remaining? Remaining, how many parts remaining? 1, 2, 3. So we can say the remaining part three out of 4. And when we together these two parts, this part and this part, one part and 3 parts, then they all becomes a whole numbers. Just like 3 part out of 4 add 1 part out of 4. So when we adding a fractions, if the denominator bottom part is same value, if the bottom part is the same value, then we automatically add or subtract according to the situation. So here we are adding. If the denominator is same, the denominator still remains same, then we are adding top and the another top value. So when we add it, it becomes 4 over 4, and you know that 4 divided by 4 becomes 1, and 1 is a whole. We can go back to again a whole number. There is another example of fraction. They said that the pizza sharing with, you can say that with 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends, 6 friends, or 8 friends. Yeah, if we are sharing with with 2 friends, so how to do that? Then we need to half of it. When we half of it, then we will get half 1 out of 2 because we have two parts, and then 1 out of 2 also. If we are sharing this pizza with 3 peoples, then we need to equally distribute into 3 parts. So let's see then. If we are, this is the middle point. Now you can say that we are having 3 equal parts. So we cut this pizza into 3 equal parts. So how many total outcomes? 3. So one will get 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. They said that sharing with 4 equal parts. We already done that example before that. Half and half again. 4 equal parts. So 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4. If they said that into a 6 equal parts, then this is a half, and that becomes there are 6 equal parts. So how many parts total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6, 1 out of 6. If we are sharing with 8 friends, so half and half. How many total? And then half, half. So we have how many? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 total parts. So we can say that 1 out of 8, 1 out of 8, 1 out of 8, 1 out of 8. Now sometime they were saying, can you shade areas according to the question? If they say that, if they say then can you shade half a circle or a pizza, then we can shade like that. If they say that can you share in a 3/4 pizza only 2, they need 2 shaded area. This is 1, this is 2. So then we can say that this is 2 out of 3 at a shaded area. If they say that in here, can you find out 4 shaded area? 4 shaded area, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can write 4 out of 6. And non-shaded area is 1, 2. So 2 out of 6. This is shaded. This is non-shaded. So the topic is the fraction equivalent. We need to find our equivalent fraction. Like if we have any value 1/3, for example, we need to find out exactly the same fraction but at different values. They will be an equivalent fraction. So what operation we have to use on it? We have 2 values. One is a numerator, the second is a denominator. If we multiply or divide, whenever we need to find equivalent fractions, we need to multiply or divide. Multiply or divide. So now we are getting this question. If we select any number, I selected number 2. So 2 is the number or multiplier. We need to multiply by 1. Exactly the same number we have to multiply at the denominator also. When we multiply 2 by 1, so we will get 2. And when we multiply 2 by 3, we will get 6. So 1/3 exactly equal to 2/6. How? Now you can see this 1 over 3 is equivalent to 2 over 6. So if we cancel it, so 2 can divide by 2 and 6 can also divide by the same number by 2. So 2 by 2 is 1, 6 by 2 is 3. So now you can see that. So that's why this is called an equivalent fraction. So now again we can apply any different operation. If we times by 3 times by 3, but we have to be multiplier should be the same. Multiplier should be the same. That becomes 6 and that becomes 18, and this is exactly equal. So 1 over 3 is equivalent to 2 over 6 and 2 over 6 is equivalent to 6 over 18. So that is called an equivalent fraction. So these are some questions. So now they are saying find the missing number. So that's related to the equivalent fractions. We need to check we have missing number in the numerator. So but we can find the value of the bottom values. The bottom value shows 5. So 5, which number multiply by 5 to get 10? So if we multiply 5 by 2, then we will get 10. So it means 2 is the multiplier. So we have to multiply the top value by 2. So when we multiply by 2, so we get also 4. So that's solved. Same as it is in the bottom question number 2. They said that 3 out of 4. So now denominator is missing. So we need to check that value. Which number we multiply by 3 to get 6? 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. So this number 2 we need to multiply by the bottom value. So 4 times 2 becomes 8. If you need any more questions, just write down in the comments and please subscribe our channel.